Ricky Pearsall back on Monday, huge deal. Ricky Pearsall back on Monday, incredible comeback story. Tough ass dude. What does it feel like to get to play football after, you were laying on the concrete wondering if you were going to die? I don't know, but he looks, from all the video you've seen, pretty happy, itching to get back out there. And I think he can help them, and they need him to help them a little bit more than I expected. Who knows? You end up playing the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. We're a long way from that, but now you'll have in that game a guy that you don't have in this game, a little bit of an X factor, Ricky Pearsall. When I think about Ricky Pearsall, I think back to watching him in the preseason and in camp. And if you were watching some of those shows or listening to some of those shows, you know that I felt pretty good about him. I was somebody who was okay with the draft pick, even though even they admitted they were trying to trade back. They weren't necessarily looking going into that draft to take Ricky Pearsall in the first round, but they did. And I think he's a high floor player, much like the rest of their first round is proving to be. And he's a useful player. You don't need him to be better than Debo or Juwan Jennings or Brandon Ayuk. You need him to be in the right place at the right time with reliable hands. And I think one thing that he showed, and there was some question about, well, does he have breakaway speed? What this team needs is not breakaway speed. They need a guy that can get open quickly. And that's what we don't know yet. Like press coverage, no L'Jarius Sneed, obviously, but you end up in the Super Bowl. If he's in that Super Bowl last year, is he getting open more than some of the other Niner receivers? I don't know. That's going to be the big test, especially now that you have the injury. What's his strength like? What's his stamina like? We're going to find out. But I think it really would help Brock Purdy to have a receiver that can get open quickly. This whole Brock is holding onto the ball and his time to throw has gone through the roof, and he's scrambling and making plays. And Orlovsky says, oh, he's making as many killer plays with his legs as Pat Mahomes. Easy, but I mean, yes, I am pro Brock. You know this, I think. He's making plays with his legs. Mahomes has made backbreaking plays in the Super Bowl to win championships. The Niners they still got things to prove. Like down 3 with 2 minutes left, down 4 with 2 minutes left. Can you get down the field and score a touchdown? What did Spagnuolo do last year? 3rd down, 4 yards to go, 2-minute warning, brings an extra pressure, and the Niners play is dead on arrival, right? But the ball gets bad at the line of scrimmage. Trent McDuffie came on the pressure. And what did they do on 3rd down in the red zone? Chris Jones somehow gets through unblocked, and that play is dead on arrival. No chance. And what happened against the Cardinals 2 weeks ago? Niners have a big 2nd down play. Rushing, or was it 1st down? Whatever it was. 2-minute offense, trying to get down the field. Last second, Cardinals bring a free rusher, cornerback, hot route. Ball doesn't get out in time. I mean, that's a very specific thing. When there is designed pressure and you got to get the ball out quickly, and Brock is, for the most part, really good against pressure, but in crunch time, 2-minute offense, oh, look, there's John Candy, time of the game. They've had some really critical failures where their play doesn't even get a chance. It's one thing to throw a ball and a DB makes a play, good coverage, right? It's one thing to throw it and the guy gets tackled shy of the line. I don't know, whatever. But for the ball to not even have a chance to get caught, that's something they need to do better. It's got to be better. And so they'll get a chance at that this week. But maybe that's a spot where Ricky Pearsall will help a little bit. Hey guys, quick moment to tell you that this video is sponsored by my friends at Prize Picks. Use the code GUY when you sign up. Make a $5 lineup, and whether you win or lose, you immediately get $50 into your account. Here's a lineup I made for this weekend. I love playing Prize Picks. I play like that. It's just make a lineup of 2 players or more. It's so quick. It's fun. I love having multiple lineups going, especially on a Thursday, a Sunday, a Saturday, a Monday. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey, college or NFL. I love going NFL. And here's what I got. I've got Brandon Ayuk more than 59.5 receiving yards. Big revenge game from the Super Bowl for him. I got Mahomes less than 248.5 passing yards. And I got Brian Flores holding Jared Goff to less than 253.5 passing yards in the Lions-Vikings game on Sunday. Go check it out. Prize Picks, code GUY. Appreciate you supporting the show. Now back to the video, because I do think he's going to be open. And I think the best thing about him is for a rookie, he's going to prove to be reliable. Here's the other under-discussed thing about Ricky Pearsall. And it's an under-discussed part of the 49ers special teams, right? They've been bad in coverage. But They haven't really done much in the return game. They've put Debo back there in the kick return game, on the punt return game. Jacob Cowing has not really created any dynamic plays. In fact, he's looked a little more wobbly than I expected him to, based on the way he looked in camp and in the preseason. Had the muff against the Vikings. I don't know if he lost it or whatever it was. But that's also an area where Ricky Pearsall can contribute. So when you look up and go, I don't know, guy. I mean, 3rd down and 4, is Ricky Pearsall even going to be on the field? Maybe not. But I think you can get him on special teams as well to be a contributor for this team, and they need it. Because I said earlier, like, are they going to be able to clean up special teams? I don't know. So maybe their move is going to be they're going to have to also make special teams plays. They did it a couple of weeks ago with the blocked kick for a touchdown. If you're going to be giving up, if you're going to giveth, you should taketh a little bit too. So I think that's an under-discussed part of Ricky Pearsall, the special teams aspect of Ricky Pearsall, which they need, because it wasn't that long ago. 2 weeks ago, Kyle Juszczyk is back there taking a punt. So that's a big deal. That is a big deal. In addition to, I think he just fundamentally, and I don't think they need this. Like, I think they're in pretty good spirits, but fundamentally, getting a guy back in the situation that he's coming back from is just good, positive vibes. Like, how could everybody not be inspired? Now, they won the other day. They got back on the horse and they won the game. But how could you not be inspired by Ricky Pearsall? He was already like a juiced up guy. Like, he practices hard, brings energy. Obviously McCaffrey is that type of guy. He's not on McCaffrey's level. I don't know that anybody is. But I think there's just a lot of positivity now that comes with Ricky Pearsall. And some of it is fundamental to the offense, and some of it is just basic to the locker room. And it's a big deal. So, they still got to go win. There's still some fundamental issues with them. They haven't played well from behind historically. They haven't played well from ahead. That's normally what they do, is they take a game, they put it away. But they got to be better about that. Brock is getting pressured at the top of the league average. Forget about the league average. If you just look at the raw numbers, and Brock has some, he's fewer dropbacks than some of these other guys, and he's getting pressured a ton. He's top 5 in pressures this year. Brock Purdy in the raw number. Maybe not. Okay. Brock is 6th in the percentage of his dropbacks on which he's pressured. 40% of his dropbacks he's pressured. The other guys, Jacoby Brissett, Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, and Brock Purdy. All right. Those are the most pressured quarterbacks in the NFL by the percentage of their dropbacks that they're under pressure. Seattle, it felt like it was the most. It wasn't. I think it was 2nd, but not by much.